been the best starting pitcher for the Marlins this year with 2 wins, 3 losses. He deserves better in the win column, but a tidy 2.82 ERA.
I would say most consistent on the mound, the way that he's been throwing the baseball.
And the Nationals have been a problem in the first inning this season. 3 runs in the first yesterday, giving them 36 in the first inning this season. Most in Major League Baseball.
Breaking ball hit in the air to right center field. This is way back. This is going, and gone. Goodbye. 6 rows into the upper deck. In right center field, a titanic home run for James Wood to lead off this game. Bang, zoom goes James Wood as he comes around third, greeted by Victor Estevez. He's led off the game with a blast. It's the Nationals 1 and the Marlins nothing. Yes, it had been a while, but no more.
3rd leadoff homer this year, 6th of his career. His last homer was the leadoff homer against the Braves. That was when he had the stretch of 3 consecutive games with a homer.
So Garcia came off the bench last night. Got a pinch hit at bat and now laces one out to short and past the diving Lopez. So 2 straight to make solid contact off Junk, and Garcia aboard with nobody out.
And here is Brady House, who was 1 for 4 last night.
They stay firm and Brady's ready for it. Hooks it into the left field corner. Luis Garcia Jr. running hard to the bag. He's going to be held there at third by Victor Estevez. 3 straight rockets off the bats of these Nationals. And there's 2 in scoring position with nobody down.
CJ has more RBIs than any shortstop in the sport right now, 34.
Pulls one through the whole right side. Garcia in to score. House being waved in as well.
It's a single to right and 2 more runs batted in now for the major league leader in runs batted in with 36. That's CJ Abrams.
And the Nationals 3-0, 4 batters in.
And this is where you need to continue to add. You have got to get on no matter what.
Abrams at first can run. He is not going, and Lyle cracks this fastball in the air to left. And Jansen Junk finally has his first out here in the first inning.
Jacob Young, a big night last night. 2-run homer, also drew a walk. 39 first inning runs for the Nationals this season.
And now 21 on the road.
And there goes Abrams. Here's Mac's throw down to second. It's on the money, but it's not in time. But immediately Xavier Edwards tells the Marlins dugout to take a look at this. Clayton McCullough said earlier today this guy's got loose wrists.
It's just how quick he is able to turn, get himself in the throwing position, and not only that, how quick he is able to get that ball out of his hand and that strong throw over to second.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner is out.
It is overturned.
And the payoff is in there at the knees for a called 3rd strike. Young thought that might have been ball 4, but Junk locks him up.
Here's Richard Lovelady, who is making his first career start today. This was scheduled to be a Zach Littell start, but a little wrinkle for Blake Butera. He is utilizing an opener.
Combined 15 innings, allowed 6 runs, 4 on 15 hits, struck out 14, 11 walks.
Edwards was not attentive to the
He's
pitcher.
just been called out.
Yep.
How about that?
Guy who doesn't strike out a lot, that's a gift.
Payoff pitch now from Lovelady. Misses away in a 2-out walk. Kyle Stowers with 1 on and 2 out. A line drive out to right center. That's going to skip across the turf. Fielded by James Wood. Gets it in quickly. Windmill on at third. Nunez is thrown to the plate. He is dead meat. Out by about 10 feet was Liam Hicks. Why are they running on Nasim Nunez?
Just another assist. Chalk it up for James Wood, though. 100% that's on James. What else do you say to him? Like,
wow.
You can't say it on air.
The 3-2 taken for ball 4. The 35th walk drawn by Wood this season. And now 2 on with 2 out and 2 walks in the inning against Junk.
You've got speed at first and second for Washington as the 0-1 is drilled out to right at Owen Casey. And Junk strands a pair here in inning number 2.
House had a big hit in the first inning, a double off a fastball. All the way to the left field wall.
House with a broken bat and a liner that's grabbed by Jansen Junk. It was a pretty soft liner, might have skipped on 1 hop. He tossed to first for good measure, but the barrel went flying to the left side of the pitcher's mound. And
I told you he struggles with fastballs.
And he gave him one inside.
And it brings in C.J. Abrams, who had a 2-run single. So he now leads the major leagues in RBIs with 36.
As he crushes this one out to right center. Abrams watching it fly off the wall in right center. It'll skip away from the center fielder Marcy backing up, and C.J. Abrams into third with a triple. He's walking, he's crushing, he's driving in runs, doing it all for the Nats this season.
They're giving the Marlins right fielder Casey a moment to get back to his position after he just planted into the wall.
And now the Marlins infield has to come in ahead of a matchup with Dalen Lyle, who flat out to left his first time.
And Lyle smokes one out to center. Marcy will track it down, but Abrams will tag from third, score easily, and it's 4-0 Washington.
So a triple and a sac fly, and that's good for Lyle to have that first RBI in a few weeks.
Blake Butera talked on the last homestand about how he wants to see more communication during starts or during games. What are you seeing against this opposing starter? Teammates talking to teammates, coaches talking to hitters. And you've talked, Franny, about how it feels like guys are not sitting by that iPad by themselves this year. They're watching ABs with their teammates, going through everything together.
We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Zach Littell, with the Nats leading 4-0, faces Otto Lopez.
There's a 1-1. Is hit softly towards third. This is a problem. It's an infield single and a 12-game hitting streak for Otto.
Kyle, when you're going hot, you get those right there, the swinging bunts. Not really much you can do as an infielder.
Leadoff single for the Marlins, and here's Liam Hicks.
Sends a fly ball to right center. Young and Wood giving chase, and Young calls off his right fielder.
Zach Littell has allowed a major league leading 13 home runs this season. His next will be his 50th home run allowed since the start of last year. 50, 5-0.
3-2. He golfs that one high in the air out to right. Wood is back and right on cue. Kyle Stowers second deck. Welcome back, Kyle. His first home run this year, and the Fish are on the board 4-2 in the bottom of the fourth.
He's back.
Two-run shot.
You knew sooner or later Littell was going to go to the splitter and got just the right launch angle and to hit that ball into the second deck.
Well, now it's Connor Norby, who's 1 for 2 with a double down the left field line his last time up. 2-2 is a chopper over to short. Abrams has got that. He stands tall, fires to first, and that gets by Garcia. Hits off the facing of the first base dugout. It is likely another throwing error on C.J. Abrams, and Norby is aboard with one away.
It's probably an E6. That was not a good.
It's going to be an E6. Now you would think with Garcia, you would hope, okay, hey, maybe get yourself in a better position to make that play, but you got to be able, you're a big leaguer, you got to be able to hit him in the chest. Now those ones, those hurt, right? The routine ones that you're saying, okay, you need to be able to make that play.
The Marlins are hoping that they can make it really hurt here in the 6th. Runner takes off. Marcy showed bunt, pulled back. The throw to second is not in time. Third stolen base of the year for Connor Norby.
3-1 pitch. Norby on the go again. That misses up and away. Throw to third, not on target. Norby with another stolen base.
Marlins making some noise at the plate here in the 6th inning of a game that they once trailed 4-0. Marlins trying to make Abrams pay for the one-out error.
Owen lifts one high in the air, right center field. Wood and Young converging. Shy of the track in right center. Young makes the catch. That is plenty deep enough.
Connor Norby will tag and score on a sacrifice fly from Owen Casey, who plates his 17th run of the year, and now it is 4-3 Washington. Marlins have 4 comeback wins at home when trailing by multiple runs this season. They're looking for another today. They trailed 4-0. Still batting well over 300 in 23 career games against Washington.
And X hits a ball high in the air out to left. Lyle back, track, wall, it is gone! He is tapped into it. A bomb from X, 422 feet. And it's a brand new ball game. We're tied at 4 in the bottom of the 7th.
Yesterday, first time that he hit a home run against a lefty in his big league career. How about back-to-back days?
Face Stowers, Norby, and Marcy. Bottom 8. Attacking the first pitch is Kyle Stowers, and a leadoff single for him.
Marlins now with 9 hits in the game. They've out-hit the Nationals 9-7.
Go ahead run at first with nobody out. And that missed outside, ball 4.
And in a tie ball game in the bottom of the 8th, runners are at first and second with nobody out for Jacob Marcy.
Well, Marcy will be up there sacrificing with the left-hander.
And that goes all the way to the backstop. It knocks Marcy to his backside. A wild pitch by Mitchell Parker. And Stowers goes to third, and Norby goes to second.
Well, it worked.
Something worked.
So this inning is starting to have disaster written on it.
Like, to me, you got to walk. I feel like you got to walk him in this.
Yeah, set up a force at any base.
But I know you got the left-on-left matchup in this.
Marcy, amidst all of his struggles, has been terrific with runners in scoring position this season. He's 7 for 20 with 9 RBIs. He's got 10 RBIs on the year. Swinging a fly ball in the air to right field. This is crushed. It is deep. It is back. It is gone. Jacob Marcy for the lead here in the 8th. How badly did he need that? In 7 unanswered by the Marlins, who once trailed this game 4-0.
Mr. Marcy drives in both of them. He's got a 3-run homer, and the fish out in front. It's 7-4 in the bottom of the 8th.
Just like he's been doing his entire life.
I was on a tee for him.
1-2. That one hammered down the left field line. That'll get in, and 2-hop the wall in the corner. Ruiz already into second base. He takes a big turn there, but he will settle for a double. They are pouncing on Parker in the bottom of the 8th.
This one's gotten away a bit. Marlins have put up 7 unanswered. Leo Jimenez will bat with a runner in scoring position and nobody out against Zach Kent.
Esteury Ruiz was often moving on that. It's a called strike, but Ruiz will steal third without a throw.
Now all of a sudden the Nationals have to bring the infield in.
And Jimenez socks this to center, sending Jacob Young back onto the warning track where he makes the catch. But Ruiz can glide home from third, and it's 8-4 now.
Well, it's still slam range. You got to look at it that way.
Get Tena, Millis, and Nunez aboard and see if James Wood can let one rip.
This is driven to right. Ruiz is going over it. He almost made a spectacular highlight reel grab. Tena's got himself a double. In fact, he wants a triple, and he's got it.
Miami is challenging that the ball was lodged in the padding.
Oh, okay. So the Marlins are contesting that this ball gets lodged under the fence and it should be a double. I mean, I do think it's partially stuck, but part of that process is Ruiz, he just immediately grabs it.
After review, the ball did get lodged in the padding. The ball is dead. The runner will be placed at second base.
So a successful challenge for Clayton McCullough. Line drive back up the middle. That's a base hit. Tena will score easily. Ball don't lie. 8-5.
Nicely played.
So James Wood will come to the plate, not representing the potential tying run. But he'll face the righty Peterson with 1 out and 1 on. Hammered out to left. Chasing after it, Stowers. It's off the wall. Millis will be held at third. Wood into second. On base 4 times today, 2 extra base hits. And now the potential tying run will come to the plate in the form of Luis Garcia. Ground ball right side and through. In to score is Millis. Wood being sent to the plate. Garcia to second on the throw, which gets by the catcher.
Baby.
Garcia into scoring position. And the Nats are back within a run here in the 9th.
Here we go.
Vivas has scuffled of late when hitless on the last homestand. Looking for a huge hit here in Miami.
First pitch, and that is a hot shot to third. Jimenez has got it, looking the runner back now. Weimer's in a rundown, and he gets around the tag. Here's a flip to second, and they got him. And then it's not going to matter
out of the baseline
because the third base umpire is coming in. This is Charlie Ramos, and he said that Weimer was out of the baseline. Boy, how about Leo Jimenez, Gabby, just taking his time, continuing to look the runner back.
The Nationals jumped out to a 3-0 lead in the first. They've scored 3 now here in the 9th to make this interesting. Had a man cut down in scoring position when Joey Wiegemer was tagged out on the 5-6-4 fielder's choice. And now the Marlins bring in their other lefty, John King, to face C.J. Abrams.
Fly ball in the air, center field. Jacob Marcy is there, and the Marlins win it. They bend, but they don't break here in the 9th. The Marlins have their first 3 home run game of the year. They score 8 unanswered. They've got their 7th come from behind win.